period of time.
Right, all right. In fact, now some breaking news coming in. A Pakistani-bound container ship has been stopped from crossing the Strait of Hormuz by Iranian forces amid the escalating war. The vessel called Selan, sailing from the United Arab Emirates Sharjah anchorage toward Karachi, was forced to reverse course at the entrance to the crucial waterways due to the absence of transit authorization, according to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. All right, this is a big breaking now coming in. Let's get more details from my colleague Yash Ahuja from the newsroom on that, and then I'll come to my guests. Yash.
Yes, Kriti very rightly pointed out. A Pakistan-bound ship named Selan has been stopped at the entry of the Strait of Hormuz. It was forced to reverse course at the entry itself. What you can see on your screens right now is the live vessel tracker. The destination for Selan was Karachi. Food for Pakistan. Its ETA was March 27th, 2100 hours in 3 days. Last report was on March 24th, that is a day behind us. The last port that it anchored on was Jebel Ali, a port in the United Arab Emirates. It is a United Arab Emirates. It's not a Pakistani flagged ship, but its destination is Karachi port in Pakistan. According to latest details coming in from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, this ship was asked to reverse course, it was asked to stop, it was forced from not crossing the Strait of Hormuz. Just minutes ago, we saw how Indian ships, Indian oil tankers bound for India were allowed to cross the Strait of, not only allowed to cross the Strait of Hormuz, they were escorted by 2 Indian Navy ships. And surprisingly, a news comes up that a ship bound for Karachi has been stopped and reversed by Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. Back to you.
All right, Group Captain, this is of course raising questions on the mediation role that Pakistan has chosen to play. Yesterday, Shehbaz Sharif put out a statement on X saying Pakistan is ready to host the talks between Iran and the United States. Where do you see Pakistan fitting in all of this when it's a ship bound for Karachi has been denied authorization to pass through the strait?
Yeah, see, we have to connect 3 news with this particular news. One is J.D. Vance's visit to Pakistan to, meet with Iranian officials, and the Pakistan army, their media, Mr. Munir, everybody just thumping, saying that, see, we are brokering the peace deal and etc. So, and I was expecting some kind of action from Iran to sort of bust this balloon, and that lo and behold, it happened in few hours from the time they started chest thumping. Pakistani ship was stopped, and rightfully so. But we also need to look at the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin is what? Kirti, is here Trump is very fond of Munir and Shehbaz Sharif. There is no 2 ways about it. They both of them know the art of, stoking Trump's ego, even at the cost of, their own statesmanship. You saw how, like, chocolate he was going and selling the rare earth minerals, and how standing behind Trump, Shehbaz Sharif was winking and telling on somebody. And these are things which statesmen don't do. But since the time Trump has come to office, there are many things we are saying which statesmen don't do. The way Trump behaves is a behavior which I don't think in the history.
Yeah, Donald Trump's presidency is going to be a case study for all the students of political science and international relations, I believe. Group Captain, I believe you would agree to that, but I'll have to interrupt you there. We have some more updates coming in. The Iranian Navy has turned back the container ship Selan for failing to follow legal protocols and lacking permission to pass through the strategic waterway. That's the update that we are coming in. This is as per IRGC Navy Commander Alireza Tangsiri. He stressed that any vessel wishing to pass through the strait must have full coordination with Iran's maritime authority. Commander Tangsiri also highlighted that this enforcement would not have been possible without the support of the Iranian people. Mr. Karuri Singh, I'd also like to get in a word from you on this development.
You see, Kriti, first I would like to bring in the Karachi bound ship was stopped by Iran. I think that Iran has an apprehension that Pakistan is a neutral broker, neutral mediator, because of two reasons. Because Pakistan's authority, particularly the Field Marshal Munir, is very close and biased towards United States. What should I say? Second, that Pakistan has a defense agreement with Saudi Arabia. Saudi and Iran have misunderstanding, if it's not rivalry, since long old rivalry. But despite the fact, when Iran was under sanctions, Pakistan got so much leverage through the land route. Pakistan, the gas and the oil were smuggled to Pakistan. There are so many reports about that. Though we shall have to verify it, there are no much evidences. But reports I have seen in media, even before the war, Pakistan was getting benefited through smuggling of oils. So how now the Iranians can do, whether they will participate in the negotiating process or not. Iran's conditions are very clear that we want compensation, we want guarantee that there will be no war. So Iran has a strategic clarity, whereas American side there is no clarity. So how Pakistan is trying to mediate, on which Iran has so many apprehensions. So how the ship will move freely to Pakistan or to other countries through the Hormuz states is still in the question. But Iran has a clear strategy that enemy ships will never be allowed. Any other ships will be allowed, but they may charge some amount. Maybe it may call the toll or the protection money or whatever it is you may call it, since Hormuz states being an international waterway. But still, now Iran will charge something, whichever the ship going on, to which country it's going on. And the second is those who are trading oil on the basis of dollar, on the dollar payment, Iran will be strict about that. So the country which is purchasing oil on the basis of dollar will not be allowed to pass through the Hormuz.
Okay, thanks for those points, Mr. Singh. Please do stay on once again. Now, Iran has declared its intention to manage the open navigation of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important maritime choke points. Tehran says that non-hostile vessels, those not associated with countries seen as enemies, can still arrange passage through the strait. However, to transit, ships must coordinate in advance with the Iranian maritime authorities and comply with safety and security requirements. Officials have also indicated that vessels linked to nations involved in the current conflict will be prohibited from crossing unless they meet these conditions. Mr. Karuri Singh, you were just speaking on this, and we have these updates coming in. Iran is clearly saying that ships passing through the strait will have to comply by the norms that Iran has set out in this duration of the war. But I want to come to you now, Group Captain. How much do you think Iran can benefit from the restrictions at the strait?
You know something, I want to put it straight for our viewers and to you. It is hafta vasuli. There is no other better way of saying it. Okay? One. Two, democracies like us, countries which where the government are dependent on popular standing of that particular government, will pay much more in terms of hafta vasuli to get the oil and gas through. So that is very, very simple. So where will IRGC or Iran generate money for fighting this war through people who are crossing that Strait of Hormuz. You must see Strait of Hormuz. I've seen it from air. I've covered it in many channels. Strait of Hormuz, the southern side, that is Oman and UAE side, is flat land. The
Yeah.
northern side is mountainous terrain with natural caves. Those mountains are not in brand new Himalayan mountains.
Yes, so
They are
currently
Caucasian
where the war
mountains.
is at, would you say it's tilted in the favor of Iran?
They are holding the trump card of Strait of Hormuz and 20% fossil fuel. The moment that reduces. So that is why in long term, there is a need to wean off from fossil fuel to some other fuel. And some lot of work is going on for, alternative LPG. I'm sure in the wake of this problem that will get a fillip. We will move away from probably, fossil gas as well. But it is 20, 30 years down the road. We all, three of us would be dead and gone by then. But we have to wean off fossil fuel, else people will keep twisting you. I say it is as simple as that. जितना हफ्ता दोगे आपका उतना तेल निकलेगा वहां से हवाई जहाज नहीं पानी का जहाज निकलेगा as simple as that.
Right. Okay. In fact, I'm also joined in by retired captain, former Navy officer Shyam Kumar in the discussion. I'm sure he'll be able to get us better clarity of the current situation at the Strait of Hormuz, the stranded ships there, the stranded Indians there, and in fact the blockage not just of the strait and the stranded Indian ships, but the ships of countries from across the world that are there at the moment.
Yes, thank you, Jai Hind, son of Varuna. See, the Strait of Hormuz is in a situation where there is a selective treatment by Iran for passing through the strait. What is the rule position? Rule position says United Nations classification of law at sea, Convention of Law at Sea 1982, that a strait, if it is in your territorial waters, you should let everybody pass that with freedom of navigation, whether it is Oman or it is Iran. What is happening is Iran has declared a war. In case of peace, I am talking this. In case of war, if there is a belligerent country declared like USA and Israel, then selective targeting can be done by the territorial state, which is what he is doing. But what he has done it, he has closed this main Strait of Hormuz by a mine deterrence or so-called deterrence. So this inlet, outlet and the middle buffer zone. This is the lane, 2 nautical mile each, 200 to 400 feet of water. And he has opened a new channel, Kosam Island and the Larak Island. It goes very close to his islands. This is the area where he's taking a toll tax. He's letting the China, Russia, even India and Pakistan for that matter, and letting it pass through it. So this is the status. Now here, this is Oman, this is Iran. And there is Oman and this side is the Gulf. So selective treatment. This is Pakistani ship. IRGC is carrying out visit, board, search, documents check, crew verifications, flag of convenience checks, and thereafter cargo inspection, and then letting it pass through with either toll tax or without toll tax. So this is the situation in which Pakistani ship, which was coming from UAE, has not got the clearance. So that means there is a political clearance required. When you're talking about Indian Prime Minister, our foreign minister talking to other side, these are all political clearances which we are getting one by one. Similarly, Russia and China is doing it. Iran is passing its own ships. So, legal position is he should have not done it. United Nations will not agree to it. World narrative is going against Iran that why are you close this? This is causing energy crisis in the world. So his narrative goes in favor of Middle East and America and Israel. Iran is trapped into this. He is doing it because he wants to say that this is my area. He is afraid that there will be an attack on this, there will be some secure arrangements on this, maybe this thing goes away from him. So what I mean to say is Pakistan has a problem, that means. America and Pakistan is talking, there is a meeting going on, there is a mediation going on. I know what is going on, I don't know, but there is a chance that there is a conflict between Iran and Pakistan interest as of now, and if the D-Day comes, Pakistan may be used against Iran, whatever. That is why this political clearance is not taken place, and that is why this Sanim ship, Pakistani ship, has been probably stopped of passing through the so-called opened channel of Hormuz.
Okay.
Over to you.
Thanks for explaining that very well for our viewers. Stay on with us. Let's also get an update on the prices of commodities. Gold price